Hey, pick up that sock and put it in the hamper. Billy, I said pick up the sock and put it in the hamper. Billy, would you please pick up the sock, put it in the hamper? It's right in front of you. You do not take your socks off and put it on the floor. Do you feel the frustration of constantly repeating yourself with your children? It is impossible and completely exhausting to do anything with kids that will not listen to what you say. They won't want to work, they're not fun to play with, and if they don't have a good attitude, good luck finding somebody to watch your kids. Repeating yourself is a habit that I'm pretty sure all parents have gotten into. And it's not even something you think about. It's just your brain says, oh, they didn't hear me, so let me tell them again, and then let me tell them again. Right? And before you realize it, it's a habit because they just obviously didn't hear you and you want to give them the benefit of the doubt in the situation. And then at some point during this discord, you finally just lose it. You yell at your kid, you lose your temper, you get angry, you respond in anger. Not a good scenario. I've never met a mom that's not good at multitasking. But when it comes to children's discipline, you need to stop and focus on the situation at hand. Because if you do not get it under control, it will spiral out. So first things first, I want you to make sure that your children hear you. Spend some time, a few days, maybe a week, just focusing on calling their name and having them respond when they hear you call their name. And this can be however you're comfortable with. Yes, mom. What's up, mom? Bruh. Like whatever it is that you're comfortable with, make sure that they're saying something back. When you do this, it completely eliminates the did they hear me factor. This is the first step to making sure your child listens and does what you ask them to do. So let's replay this scenario. Hey, Billy. Yes, can you please pick up the sock and put it in the hamper? Oh, sure, Mom, I can do that. This works if your children are willing to do what you say. But you have to make sure that they hear you before you tell them to do something, because you cannot go on to the next step of teaching them to obey you if they do not have this down. All right, if you have younger kids, what is a really good idea to do is play a game. You need to sit down. Younger kids, as in like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're all going to understand what you're telling them at this point. So first you'll sit down and you'll talk to them about doing what mommy says, doing it quickly, having good attitude about it when you do it. Don't backtalk. And then you're going to go on to the game. You could do something like Mother May I, something that gives an order and then they have to respond correctly to the order. Make it fun, but also make sure they realize the seriousness of doing what mommy says. This is not just picking up a sock and putting it in the hamper. What if my kid is about to run out on the road and I yell at them, hey, stop? Are they going to stop? Being able to obey is a huge matter of safety. You see dangers your kids do not, and they need to be able to hear you and know. A couple other game ideas are red light, green light, or Simon Says. Give the order, let them answer. And just a quick side note, your children are bigger than yourself and your family. You might see this adorable little toddler that's 2 and running around, but this is the next generation that we are raising. And we have to take the time now to instill these values, principles, and life into them. So keep up the good work.